the stare of the champion against the challenger.
Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Wait a minute! 5, 4.
Boy, it's been a minute. Boy, it has been a minute since we have been live. It has been a minute, and we are back live. Wrestling Unleashed podcast. It's been a minute. We've been getting everything together. Been trying to get things right, man. Been trying to get things right. Folks been getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Folks got lifestyles, but we got to, continue down the path of getting things right. And today we just going to go through a few things, you know what I'm saying, that's been on our mind, you know what I mean, that's been going on in the wrestling world. We're going to talk about a few things about that. We're also going to talk about the new podcast that we're going to be putting together here called The Residents, where we talk about real places, real people, and real things, real life entrepreneurs, real life small business owners, whether it be black or white, Hispanic, or whatever it may be, landscapers, electricians, repairmen, plumbers, electric, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, we're going to be on here live. So we're going to get right back into this. Like we said, we thankful for that y'all coming back on here, doing y'all thing with us. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all being patient with us. It's been a minute, man. But we're going to get right into it, man. And we're going to talk about this last recording, y'all. This last recording of SmackDown. And I remember when, wrestling was always recorded. You know what I'm saying, cousin? It was always used to be recorded. We never really got to watch anything live because it was already recorded and taped on USA Network back in the day. Nowadays we get kind of, we're get kind of a special treatment, when you get it live now. But this past week's recording, you know what I mean, with the SmackDown, they had the Joe Hendry facing The Miz in the Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Don't say his name.
Hey, what do you think about that match, man? I don't know what to say. What is your thoughts on that match?
Okay, I knew our truth was the bunny.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that.
Look,
you didn't know
bro,
that.
Look. Our truth is always the dead buddy.
You think he's always the one that's the bunny. He is.
But that shit was funny. It was a good way to start it off because it was funny. It was funny.
Hey, look,
that was funny.
I'm gonna say this. I laughed my hardest when I did find out it was him. When I seen it was him, I laughed my hardest because I was like, "Oh snap, our truth."
No, the bunny hop that he did at the end.
That's what got me because I knew he was I was laughing my ass off on that, bro. That was pretty funny. I mean, to see them giving Joe Hendry a nice little push is cool. I mean, it would be nice to see WWE give a lot of other people the push, give a lot of other people the recognition. I mean, and I feel like they have been. I feel like they have been doing certain things in a good way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the person that puts the behinds in the seats. I'm not the one that writes the production, or the storylines or anything like that. So what I say is just a take. What I say is just, something that I feel. You know what I mean?
It's our own personal opinion.
Exactly. I feel like, just being honest, there's a lot of people like, Javon Evans. I call him Jay Malachi. That's the name that I know him by, because that's when I first met him out here in North Carolina. When we first moved out here. I ain't got to go on to all that.
But anyway, that was his first original wrestling name anyway.
Well, not original. He's been by some other names, but that's what I knew about.
No, like when he got like big up there when he was in AEW and shit like that.
Correct. Yep. And let's move forward with this. Hey, what did you think about the Charlotte Flair defeating Lash Legend? What about what you think about Last Legend and Nia Jax's team? Like, what do you think about that?
If WWE was not so stereotypical, they'd be the champs.
What do you mean by stereotypical?
Think about it. Look, I'm not saying Asuka and them couldn't beat them, but come on.
Look, I'm gonna just say this.
Come on.
Look, I'm gonna just say this. Listen, just hear me out, okay? WWE has a problem with pushing a lot of.
Yeah, we know.
They have a, and I'm not even trying to get into the politics of things. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But they do have a hard time pushing, certain individuals. I feel like it takes them a long time to develop, people of color. I don't know what it is, but they don't get the same pop as everyone else. Like WWE can crown a colored champion. They'll get a good pop one week, and like the next week, that's dead. It's like dead. It's like, ooh. Whatever.
Well, nah, because okay, so look, for instance, when Bianca and them were tag team champions, at first everyone was happy, but then shit went downhill. Now all of a sudden you give Charlotte and what's her name, Alexa Bliss the titles. Oh, everybody goes nuts.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Look, yeah, we know what it is, but I ain't gonna say it up on the podcast. We'll leave that for a different time and era.
And that's what brings us to the Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov WWE United States Championship match. And
that was great.
Carmelo Hayes finally got the push that he deserves. It would be nice to see him get a bigger push so that, it would have been nice to see Ilya Dragunov have a longer title reign, but yeah. I see what they're trying to do, and they're trying to build stars a little bit quicker. They're trying to, fast track stardom so that they can get more people and more, activity going on for WrestleMania or Royal Rumble.
There's so many people getting hurt, and firing half the people
that are 54 years old. I mean, for nostalgia reasons. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, you just signed back. Come on, TKO. Come on, WWE. You guys just signed back Chris Jericho. He's 54.
Well,
and I'm not one to sit there and go out there. I can't go out there. I've always wanted to be a wrestler. Hear me out. I love wrestling. I love wrestling entertainment. I love professional wrestling. You know what I mean? We used to wrestle in high school, just in the hallways, throwing each other to the walls and stuff. It was dangerous.
Throwing chairs at Chris Stapleton.
But I'm not one to sit there and get suplexed or slammed onto a table. You're not going to catch me getting suplexed or slammed from a ladder. I'm not going to do it.
My body ain't built for that.
I'm not built. That's not. The ones that are built for that are the ones doing it. And I salute you, whether you're an independent professional wrestler or, you're on the professional circuit with WWE, AEW, New Japan.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, I can salute you wholeheartedly because I'm not going out there and doing that, putting my body on the line. You know what I mean? Especially especially when you know that as a professional wrestler in the wrestling entertainment business, there's no insurance. They don't have an insurance coverage clause on you.
Oh, so you better go that far.
If I get injured, if I get hurt coming off this 20-foot ladder through these tables, fall on my back or hit a rung off this table, goes in my back wrong. Now I gotta hang up the boots for a couple weeks.
I gotta be looking like Big E.
Own insurance. Huh?
Be looking like Big E. Won't be wrestling no more.
And you know what? That's scary, when you say things like that, because when you see somebody land on the top of their head and they're as stiff as a board like Big E was, you worry about the concern of not only just of them, but of their family.
Well, shoot, it's the whole thing, because you got to think about this. It's like, go back. We're gonna go back to when Owen Hart, when they screwed up and Owen Hart died and his brain exploded all over the turnbuckle. Now think about how many kids was in that front row.
Why did you have to go and make it as graphic as a rated R version movie of it, man?
Look, I'm just saying. So like you're taking a risk. So if they gonna have some
and it's
person
a high
fly
risk.
out of the fucking sky, like you're taking a risk.
Yeah, it's a very high risk. And to get back on it, I'm happy that they're giving the push to Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov coming back after that huge knee injury. Knee injuries are devastating. Those type of injuries, limb injuries, shoulder injuries, especially in the entertainment business like they're in, those are vital injuries. And to come back, you're not going to be the same. I mean, look at Charlotte Flair, for instance. Look at Asuka, for instance. Both same knee. All three of them. Ilya Dragunov, same knee. All of them. They had to change up their move sets, had to change the way that they move around the ring, had to change. Now, you don't see Charlotte Flair doing backflips and stuff like that off the top rope no more outside the ring. You don't see her doing none of that no more. Like,
it's too risky.
It is. It's a high risk. You know what I mean? And let's move forward with Gulia. What's her name? Julia and Kiana James. They defeated in what state? They mowed the wire released to lose it unclipped by accident. Oh, okay. So you saying that you think that the ropes are a little loose? Is that what you're saying? Like the ropes or something like that may be a little bit loose to where they do have an accident and they, because I have heard things about that to where AAA, they have tighter ropes, or back in the day when ECW, like RVD had an interview where he was talking, to an interviewer, and he said that the ropes, okay, yeah, in that case, yeah, the ropes, I could agree. If the ropes are a little bit tighter, because in WWE you could tell the ropes, they're nylon rope, so they don't have the cable going through them like other ropes did, and it makes it a little less, springy. They're a little less loose, so it's harder for them to really get that going. Yeah, he lost his connection, but he'll be back in. But that's a good analysis there, because I mean, like I said, I've ran the ropes a few times, and I'll tell you what, that shit hurts. Just to bounce off that shit hurts. I don't understand. I can just imagine getting your foot hung up on the rope and having that problem where you're sitting there like, oh snap, my leg just got hung up in this rope. Now I'm terrible. I tore my whole ACL, my LCL, my MCL, PCL, whatever the L. I done tore all that up. I done tore it all up. It's all gone now. Now I got to take a whole half a year to a year off, rehabilitating, doing what I got to do, getting myself back together. So yeah, I could agree that they might be a little bit, they might be a little bit more loose.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Gulia and Kiana James defeating Chelsea Green and Alba Fyre? I feel like with that one, I feel like Gulia, while she was in the NXT, she was really good. You know what I mean? By herself. And I feel like when WWE has nothing, they don't have like a storyline or anything for their wrestlers. And I feel like both,
that's what manager.
They put them in a tag team together, or have somebody be a manager or something like that. I feel like Gulia would be better by herself. But then again, like I said, I'm not the one that's writing the stories. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just out here making takes and doing podcasts with y'all, hanging out. You know what I mean? So I feel like, that's cool. Hey, what do you think about Drew McIntyre's disrespectful remarks to Cody Rhodes and his wife?
They're letting certain people go, letting them say certain things, but he's probably gonna get a 10 fine for it. Just while, when Lynch went off on Charlotte Flair and he's trying to, he gonna find the family.
You kind of breaking
But
up.
I mean, it's good for the story though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. It is good for the story. It is. I heard what you said at the end. It is good for the story. And I'm reading what Logical said. And Logical, you're right though. You know what I mean? It's different. You have some valid points there too. It is a bit different. You know, it could have put a little bit more effort into that. You know, hey, but who am I, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I look at it like this. We call them botches and stuff like that. But if you really think about it, there is no take 2 and action. There's no, okay, take 3 and action. You know, maybe in a taping, but even in a taping, you're still in front of a live studio audience. You know what I mean? You're in front of a live crowd. So even with the taping, there's still room for error, and you just can't make it back up. There's no, okay, cut, and let's do that again. Jump off the top rope this way. This time you open up your arms a little bit more. You can catch them a little bit more fluently, and you guys can go ahead and fall into the ground. There's none of that. It's you know what I mean? Boom, boom, and bang, and that's it. And if it's a mess up, it's a mess up. If it's not, it's not. That's a fact. Your life is in the balance of a sense. And that's just how it is, period. You know what I mean? That's just how you got to live it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre in the 3 stages of hell, it bet not be boring, is all I'm going to say.
Cody's going to win, but.
And yeah, you bust a leg, Logical. You're right. If you bust a leg, I'm gonna just say this: if you bust a leg, hopefully you got some good money or good insurance, because it's gonna be a while before you come back. You know what I mean? And it's gonna take some time. You know, hopefully you got a good money backing up. Hopefully you got Aflac or something sending you money so that you can have a claim. But nah, bro. Let's move forward. Let's move forward with this. Now we're gonna talk about AEW's the world's end. Okay, that was yesterday. Okay, yeah. So MJF wins the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. What do you think about that? Listen, all I can say is congratulations, MJF. You're on my Facebook page. I've reached out to you a few times. You've reached back out. You've always been cool. You've always spoken. You always told me every time I asked you to get on the podcast, you ain't got time, and I respect it. So congratulations. You know, Maxwell, Jacob, Friedman, congratulations. Oh yeah, Logical, leg, back, and neck injuries are tight, especially in the entertainment business. You know, think about if somebody's holding you up like this and they slip, or your body just so happens to your balance misses, you fall down on your neck now. And you got a neck injury, severe neck injury. And it doesn't even have to be severe. Let's not put that on nobody's life. A minor neck injury just for perhaps. You're going to be out of commission. They're not going to clear you to do any slams or anything like that for quite some time. You know what I mean? So yeah, you need to have that coverage, and it would be nice if like the WWE or like the AEW would really sit down with a union and unionize insurance to take care of their wrestlers. There has to be something, man. Like these guys, they're putting their bodies on the line. You know what I mean? And
it's crazy. It's crazy to sit there and think.
Treating them like NFL players. You're treating them like sports players because they sign contracts for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of years, and you sign them to your brand, your team, which is your brand, WWE, AEW, and New Japan. There should be legally some type of binding health insurance policy, man.
Well, yeah.
And like this logical, even if it isn't lifetime. Even if it isn't lifetime. Okay, listen to this. They just brought back Philip Rivers in the NFL at 44 years old. He was just about to lose his insurance a day later. Now he's eligible after he retires again for 5 years of retirement insurance coverage. 5 years more. So if old man Rivers slips and falls outside with his kids shoveling snow and hurts his back, alert. Not only does he have life alert, but he has insurance that the NFL pays for. Covers him.
Yeah, but the WWE ain't gonna do that. In the WWE, you gotta pay for everything.
But hold on. Hold on. There's things that they do is called contracts and policies and terms of conditions, right? If you don't want to provide primary insurance, why not supplemental? Why not something to help them if something were to happen? You like, okay, well, we thank you for being a part of our company. We thank you for putting your body on the line, putting yourself up on a 30-foot ladder and getting suplexed through 3 chairs or 3 tables and a couple chairs and hit the ground. Like, you know, hey, not everybody does that on a daily basis. Let's figure out something in some type of way to where, you know, your bills and your expenses for any type of doctor's notes or anything we take care of.
Who's in the kitchen?
But if you really think about it, being signed to a contract under WWE or AEW as a wrestler, I believe you're like a 1099. You're not a W-2. So that's where they get away with that. That's just what I think. That's what I believe that you are. I've never signed a professional contract in that matter. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, okay. WWE has insurance on certain guys to recomp money invested. You know, I can see that. Maybe like I could see probably like somebody like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, people like that. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it's the top.
The top people. Yeah, I could see them having some type of insurance policy through the company just in case they were to get injured. But what happens to a pure
mid-card
or somebody that's sitting in catering? And what happens if I'm choking in catering and now I got to get my tonsils removed? I'm just making up stuff, y'all. And now I gotta talk through my throat like the old king. Who's going to pay for that? Me?
Yep.
But I'm part of the WWE. Like they could have done something. Like, yeah, but I see what you're saying. Roman Reigns, yeah. Cody Rhodes, yes. Seth Rollins, yes. CM Punk. I mean, he does have a life insurance policy because he's a senior citizen. So yes.
Jesus Christ. What about LA Knight?
He most definitely too. People don't know how old LA Knight is.
No, I know. He damn near
old, bro.
the suit. LA Knight is only damn near like 3 years older than me.
I think he's 45. But
So
you got to
fine.
realize, though, when you're hiring senior citizens back, you got 54-year-old Chris Jericho coming. There should be a lawsuit for suplexing this old ass man.
Hey, he can get back up. That's the difference.
That is true. He couldn't get back up because they've been doing it for so long. So their bodies are used to that. You remember, I mean, look at Ric Flair. He's still thinking that he can woo for his last match. He wants one more match at 99 years old.
Hey, let him woo. Let him just let him go in there, hit that rope, do his patented elbow, and hit that woo.
Hey, listen, you know me. I don't take nothing away from nobody. I'm not a hater. None of that. I don't take anything away from any of these athletes. But I do feel as if that there should be two things that should happen. And there should be insurance policies, even if it's supplemental. Okay, primary for the big guys, supplemental for the smaller ones. You know what I'm saying? There also should be, more opportunity for the younger, talent to be successful. Like we got the NXT. Okay, that's developmental. Okay. Where's another avenue for after the developmental people to come through? What happens with them? There should be like another avenue where they could, put on for their talent, put on for their, for that type of thing. Or you should just start doing what you did back in the day with the Attitude Era. Should start pushing your mid cards a little bit more and having the whole show be good instead of just waiting for the end of the show and now I'm asleep. Because I go to sleep a lot on WWE, bro.
So, with SmackDown going back to 3 hours, it should get better.
I'm most definitely going to be asleep. The first 20 minutes is always a talk show. Like
so that's why what you do for the first 20 minutes, like we normally do, me and you is talking shit up on the PS5. You hop on the PS5 for the first 20 minutes. Don't watch that crap. Go ahead and shoot so people did go up on it and watch it.
Man, hey, look. Look, it's a doozy, man. It's a doozy. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. But we about to be running up on 30 minutes here. And let's get on into this information we got running for you. So like we were saying, we got the new podcast we putting together. It's called The Resident Podcast. It is a podcast. We're going to be talking to real people, real entrepreneurs, real sports enthusiasts, analysts, coaches, things of that sort, all types of people. I'm going to do my best in trying to get as many, people that we can get on to interview, kind of like we did on this podcast. We're going to be doing the same for this podcast. We're going to get some really good, cool indie wrestlers, people who are going to be, talking about the shows they're putting together, the promotions they're putting together. And we're going to be doing our shows, here more continuously. So be on the lookout for that. We appreciate you all stopping by with us today with the Wrestling Unleashed podcast. We support y'all. We appreciate y'all support, and we support y'all. Just know that. And we will be back. Hey, y'all be smooth. Y'all be safe. And until the next time, this celeb, that's Flame. Peace.
And the stare of the champion against the challenger.